How you doing? This exercise is in a way a variation on the deadlift, but we're going to be using band. We use it, trainers use it all the time as a really nice, safe way to teach the movement and to teach muscle targeting. But you can also use this in the park. You tend to use a thicker band. These are not the really thin physio bands. These are quite thick kind of gym bands. And this purple one is doesn't have tons and tons of resistance, but as you get stronger, you would use quite a thick and strong green one. Because bear in mind, this is a leg strength exercise and a glutes exercise, so you do produce a lot of power with those muscles, so you can go quite strong. What you're going to do is find something nice and solid that you aren't going to break and that you're allowed to tie off on. You're going to tie off quite low, and then I'll show you the movement in the exercise and I'll explain why it's like that. So the body's upright, and then just like a real deadlift, you're going to keep your chest up, push your hips back, get hold of this quite close, as close as you can to the groin where you're going to work. And then what you're going to do is push your heels down and use the glutes and the hamstrings the same way you would in the deadlift to drive those hips forwards. Yeah? So just have a look at that. Good. Okay, let's have a look at it this way so you can really see it quite side on. And we've got a really good, we're going to set our back, so careful of the round back. Pelvis is just lifted back, which fixes the lower back. Chest is just lifted up, and now we're in a nice neutral position, even though we're tipped forward. And then you're going to really work the floor, use your glutes, squeeze your buttocks, and push the hips forwards into line between knees and shoulders. And then on the return, control that the same way. Hamstrings will work as well, quads will work as well. Main focus is glutes. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, really, really good exercise. What it's replicating is the deadlift, where you would have a bar, and you lift and squeeze that bar up. It's a really, really nice, safe way to make sure that you're able to really target the muscles and that you're hitting things correctly. And it's a really, really good way to get those exercises done in a park. As I say, these bands can get to quite high resistance. And it's also a really good alternative for anyone with a bad back, where the kind of errors people make with a bar that means they're going to hurt themselves, they don't happen so much with a band. You're unlikely to have that sort of back error that really kind of hurts your back that you might have with a heavy object if you twist it or something. With a band, there's no tension really until you kind of choose to have it. It's very easy, there's just no load unless you have really kind of engaged with it yourself. So here's this exercise one more time. Fix your posture. That's a hip drive forwards, basically coming from glutes. Yeah?